Right. Am I?
Right. No, I'll go first, guys. Hi, everybody, and welcome. We are in, I think, must be the 6th hour of the Checkmate Covid event, ECF Checkmate Covid event. And we are now joined by Grandmaster Luke McShane, who is going to be looking after you for the next hour and playing a lot of games. So thank you very much, Luke, and I will vanish now.
Thank you, Natasha. Yeah, it's nice to be streaming. I haven't done this before, let's see how it goes. Let's get started with the game. I guess I click this button for next game, and I'll see what happens. Okay, I have an opponent. We're playing 5-minute chess. Okay, d4. Let's go knight f6, c4. How about a Budapest gambit? Okay, knight g4. I'd like to win that pawn back. Time to think. Now, I'll go bishop b4 check before I take it. Okay. Should I play queen e7 first? Let's see. Okay, we exchange the bishops. Okay. Now, which way to take that? I don't know. Let's try with the knight. I think the knight is coming to d5. That's a bit of a nuisance. Yeah. I'm going to play a funny looking move. I don't know if that's a good move. Yep. And now I'm going to bring out my bishop this way. It looks a bit odd to block the d pawn, but I have an idea. Okay, time for d-bone. Will we manage to play knight f3 check? Probably not. Probably rook d, rook c. Okay. Let's see what happens if we do that. Knight d5 she plays. This time c5 might be a bit annoying if I put it back on d6, so I'll go this way. I want to open the A file for my rook on A8. And if she plays b5, I have a square on c5 for my knight later on. Well, I can open the file later. No big rush. I expect she's going to castle. She might play f4 and give my knight some grief. Not sure what to do about that. Okay, castles. I don't know what to do now. I'll just play something useful. Okay. Now what I want is... Oh, what do I want? What I want is to exchange my bishop for the knight at some point and get some kind of a good knight against a bad bishop scenario. But I don't know how to bring that about. Well, well, well. I don't know what to play. Let's open the file for my rook. Yep. Makes sense. I'm not sure if my move was a good move. This knight on d5 is quite annoying for me. What to do, what to do. Okay. Now I'll open up that file. I'm not really sure why. How about that move? Starting to run a little bit short of time. Well, it's got her thinking. Interesting. So now we've got that, well, at least a sniff of a good knight against a bad bishop scenario. But yeah, I'm a bit worried she's going to take my pawn on c7. But I'm hoping that something will turn up. But I can't see what it is. Okay. Maybe I've lost a pawn. Oh, let's try that. Yeah, this is not looking very good either. Okay. Well, I'm 2 pawns down, but I do have some dark squares. And when I have some dark squares, that means I have some cheapos. let's see if my cheapos will work. It seems it did. Okay, a win. That's a good start. Let's try another one. All right. Let's start with that. C5. How about a more gambit? Okay. I'm quite pleased to see that. Now, the F7 square. Can I take advantage of that all round? Not sure. For example, if I play Queen D5, Black can play Queen E7 or Queen B3. Then Queen E7 allows me to play Knight D5. Let's give that a try. I get my Knight D5 move. Okay. But now the Queen on D6 looks a bit clumsy. I have to look out for Knight A5 here and also Knight D4. But Knight A5 is not a big problem. Should I put my knight on E2 or on F3? Let's put it on E2. It might come to C3 soon and support the other one on D5. That queen on D6 really bungs up Black's position. Yeah, that's... Ooh, how about this? I'm hoping for knight takes E4 here. What a pity. I was going to play knight C7 check and give mate. I had mate in 2 after knight takes E4. Well, now I'm threatening mate in 1, but it's not too difficult to stop. Oh, I thought Queen G6 was going to be played. Okay. Now I'm going to play bishop all the way back to the square to avoid Queen B4. I don't want the queens being exchanged if I can help it. Okay. Well, let's bring it back. And also, I block the D file, so now I can castle kingside without losing my bishop on D2. I like to castle kingside here because, oh, well, I suppose the king's a bit safer on G1 than it would be on C1. I expect d6 will happen now. It's not very easy for black to develop still because my queen is very nicely placed on b3, and it puts some pressure on the b7 pawn, so the bishop on c8 can't come out even if it has time. Ah, that's probably a better way to develop. What should I do now? Bishop b7 or bishop a6 could be annoying too. Let's try something a little bit tricky. Yeah, I was sort of hoping that might happen because I have a trick. Queen takes g5, bishop takes c6. That was what I had hoped for when I played rook d1. I don't know if it wins. Might do. At least I hope it's a nuisance. Bishop takes c6. And now there can't be time for bishop takes e2 here. Ah! Now. Well, I don't think the king is really going to come forward here. I suppose king b8 is the only way to keep the game going. Ah, well now it's mate in 1. That will do. Okay, next game. Cape Ultra. e4. Let's play a Sicilian. Knight c3. Closed Sicilian. Or Grand Prix attack. All right. Oh, that's unusual. Quite like that idea. A bit unusual. Normally white plays bishop c4 or bishop b5 and then d3. But it's nice to have a change. So let's try something a bit ambitious. Now the knight is pinned. I think that's a mistake. I think I can take this pawn because this knight on c3 is pinned now. Yeah. Extra greedy and hold on to that pawn. If I play f5, then bishop c4 comes. Well. I want to be greedy. Or I could play bishop f5, but then g4 might be annoying. I'll play f5. I was worried about bishop c4. Okay. Now the knight on g5 is a bit loose. Bishop c4 is still interesting. But now the knight is in retreat. All right. No need to capture on f4 yet, because that brings the knight a little bit back into the game. Better to keep the tension a little bit longer. Yep. Now I think my king is going to be more comfortable on the queen side. Well, not just more comfortable, I simply can't castle king side yet. Is the knight coming into f7? Oh, I noticed that. Well, when the facts change, I change my mind. Let's go here. Very aggressive. I see a chance to grab another pawn. I expect h5 is the most dangerous try for white. Let's handle that in a very positional way. Knight comes into f7, and then I'm just going to play g5. Because now, after knight takes rook, rook takes knight, my king is absolutely safe. And I love this mass of pawns on the king side. So I have a knight and 2 pawns for a rook. Maybe there were stronger things I could have done, but this is very easy to play. Queen has to go back to d1 now. Now, how do I finish this off? Well, probably that's the wrong approach. Maybe what I need to do is just consolidate a little bit longer. Well, let's try something exotic. Let's not consolidate, let's go forward. Okay. I thought these pawns would come in handy. Check. And now let's set up a discovered check. And I think that will be pretty hard to stop, because a lot of the squares that white's king can run to are not really safer. That can't be taken because of a knight fork, and the rook on h1 is hanging as well. Actually, I think this is so close to mate that I can probably take this way. And now this one. And now king g1, knight f3 is mate, or queen g2. If I get the chance, I'll play knight f3. All right, next game. Off we go. e4. Okay. All right. It's internet blitz. Let's try an internet blitz favorite. No mating attacks today. That's a very sensible approach. Just giving the pawn back and getting developed. Now if castles, the question is whether I want to be very brave and take this pawn on d4. Let's try it. There's no check yet. Knight b5 is a possibility. That's a dangerous move. Okay, I'm getting kicked about, but I have grabbed. If you're going to go pawn grabbing, it's much easier to do it if you're grabbing a center pawn. Going pawn grabbing for a wing pawn is often a mistake, but a center pawn you can take a bit more risk to grab a center pawn because they're worth more. And I realize now that as I said that, I was teeing up to grab a wing, so silly. All right. Which way do I want to castle? I'm not sure yet. I'm going to keep my options open. Yep. I'm hoping that that's a bit of a nuisance because I'm threatening to play knight g4. White can play queen d1 to f3 to g2. Or that. And now I am tempted to take on g3, but perhaps it's no better than perpetual check. What about if I play that? Let's throw a pawn up the board and see what happens. At this point, if I'm castling anywhere, it's almost certainly queen side. Right. So if I play bishop takes g3 now, that could be more dangerous. Let's give it a try. Looks like fun. All right. Now, knight g4 comes to mind. And that's why it helps to have played h5. But then probably queen e2. And I don't know really what my follow-up is. All right, let's just chuck it in and see what happens. I have some doubts whether this is a particularly good sacrifice. I don't think it's too bad either. I've got 3 pawns for a piece and a little bit of an attack. But white has a lot of pieces defending as well. But it's not so easy to bring them over. I expect queen g2 now. Yep, I don't want to exchange the queens, of course. Now, there's a chance my knight will be taken now. I don't really want that to happen. Well, this hasn't worked out especially well. But it's also not the end of the world. I saw that my a7 pawn was getting a little bit loose, and I don't want to exchange the queens. I wanted to have time to move my queen away, which is why I played king b8 to protect that pawn. My queen's been getting kicked about a bit, but as soon as I have a chance, I'll start advancing some kingside pawns. Let's try it now. All right. The pawn on g7 can't be taken because I'll win the queen with rook g8. Yeah. The idea of this is that knight takes g5, rook g8 again should work out well for me. Let's see what happens. Knight back to f2, knight back to f2. Now this move is a little bit annoying because queen h2 is the natural response, but then I get another pawn. Okay, back we go. Attacking the one on b2 now. Okay. Where to go? Queen d4. If I get to play f5 and f4, I'll be very happy. Not yet. Oh, maybe I can play it. Not sure yet. Let's just tuck the bishop somewhere safe. If I'm if I have that's a better move. Yes, that avoids some trouble. Now, yeah, that's annoying. That's a good move. I don't want a rook on my back rank. Oh, I need to be really quick now. Let's just give up that pawn. Keep it simple. Unfortunately, this has turned into a bit of a race against the clock. It's not model chess at this point. Well, I'm a little bit fortunate. Whew. Okay. Right, let's play another game. Hey, if anybody can tell me how to put an arrow on the board, I'd be very grateful. How about a Trompovsky? Right click, right click. Right click. Doesn't work for me. What's happened here? Is this... Have I lost my mind? I've played the Trompovsky a lot of times, and I can't remember whether I've put something on the wrong square. I think I've... I shouldn't have played c3. I was getting mixed up. I was getting my lines mixed up and playing without really thinking. c3 is what you're supposed to play in response to queen a5 check. And I just played it on autopilot after knight f6. Now, my position doesn't make a lot of sense. All right, let's just defend my pawn like this. This is not the way to play the Trompovsky. It's some sort of Trompovsky London mess. What to do now? g4. Let's probably a better move than it looks, because I prevented knight h5. Now, am I afraid of g5? I'm not really afraid of it, but I'd like to suggest I'm going to play g5 myself. Maybe. At least give my opponent something to worry about. Now, does this knight go to e2 and g3, or does it go to h3? I don't know. Let's go this way. Or maybe I can tuck my bishop back and bring it up to f4. Who knows? No, I'll do this. That also defends my rook. Oops. Have I... Oh, I got worried I'd blundered something there. Bishop d3. Knight a5. I don't know what to do with my knight on b1. It's all in a pickle. I don't want to play queen c2 because I'm not happy being opposite the rook. And if I play queen e2, I can't bring it out to d2 anyway. Where to go? I'm going to go there anyway, because I can't see any way for black to exploit it. Yeah. Oh, I've made a dreadful mess of this. At least I can play knight d2 next. Okay. Piece. Knight d2, knight e3 is a bit scary. I'm going to take that. I don't know if it's the best move, but I need an easy life for a couple of moves. Oh my goodness, I've only got a minute. And knight takes g4 is coming. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. What a mess. Well, at least I'm winning some time. Now I'm going to lose a pawn after queen d2 check. Fabulous. I haven't lost anything. I've got away with it. Now, I need some space for rooks. Now I have a nice position because oh, I made a mess of it again. Dear. Well, how about that? C takes b3, I play c4, and the rook is trapped on b5. That's nice. I think Black could have held a draw just by not capturing on puzzle. But now it's game over. It won't be too difficult to collect the pawns. Nice win, opponent. Thank you. Right. Still haven't got to the bottom of these arrows. Easy 6.
Hi, Luke.
Hello.
So can you hear me? If you do top, hi, Luke. If you do the top, just the top right of the board, there's a settings cog.
Yes, I see.
And
right button
on there it has
and highlights
about arrows.
Got it. Oh, back one. Oh, I resigned my game.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can see.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to do that. All right, let's go next game. Now I've figured out how to do some arrows.
Did a minute ago anyway.
Okay. And now
yeah. Right button, draw arrows and highlights.
Yep. Let's draw an arrow. Do I want to play knight e4? Or can I think of something else to do? Let's try knight e4. Bishop h4. Okay. I'm not sure that was a very good move of mine, because I think queen d4 was possibly a good way to exploit my pieces. Okay, now we have a game. Let's bring the knights out. Which way to recapture? It's nice to be hitting b2, so I'm going to leave my queen there. And I also have ideas of knight d3 and bishop a6. The crowd wants h5. How about that one instead? The problem for white is this is not just a pawn. This is there's a bigger problem with the pawn on c3 as well. Well, well, now is my moment for h5. I was hoping to see white play h4. Oh, there's an idea. Now after king f3 I have something a little that's a wise choice. I somehow want to keep a discovered check with the bishop in mind, and I like my knight on b2 because it's cutting off the escape route for the king back to d1, and also if the king goes back to e1 I still have my ideas of knight d3 check. Well, let's do the check. And now another check. And if h takes g4, then I was going to be in a position to pick up on h1. Now, can I hunt down this king? It would be nice to do it by force, if possible. I think it probably can be done, but it's not that easy. I can play knight d3 check. And if the king ever goes to e4, I have knight c5 check. And that still covers the e4 square. And in case of king f5, I can bring my bishop to c8. And in case of king g5, I'll play bishop f6. So this is closing the net, but I don't know if it's quite finishing the job. Let's see. Okay. Well, well, well. Let's go there. And the king is going to be mated on h4. That was a nice finish. What's it going to be? Let's have an orangutan.
Well done, Luke. Okay, our next plan is to raid Zoe. We really liked that last game with your delayed H5 there. Well done, Luke. Okay, our next plan is to raid. Right, switched off the echo. Okay, thank you ever so much. Good luck with the rest of the tournament. And we're now going to hold on for a raid for Horsey Chess. And she and Danny Gormally will take you through to midnight. And then we'll be back here, Matthew and me, at midnight.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, Horsey Chess.
Thanks for watching. And bye.
Right. Yeah, thank you so much, Luke.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
See if this raid is working. You already have a raid in progress. Okay, good. I'll actually see where it says it. Hopefully this raid just happens. Right. One moment. Might need to fetch IT support here.
Well, since I have a couple more minutes, thank you everybody for watching.
Okay.
Let's do some arrows.
Thanks, Luke. I'll just click end stream. That has raided now.
Thank you.